are going on with this quiz on May 22nd May. The big interbank quiz. Definitely apply for it. Why? Because it's a bankers quiz and we are bankers. Okay. So this quiz will check your general knowledge, your current affairs on banking, current affairs knowledge, and banking awareness. So go for it immediately. Log on to Adda 24/7 and apply for this. Okay. Also, I would tell you, download Adda 24/7 app on your mobile. Also, join our Officers Adda 24/7 channel, YouTube channel. On Adda 24/7 app, you will get all the study materials, plus video lectures, plus tests, plus notes. Everything you are getting it at one go. Why to go here and there? Okay. So let's come to our topic. Today's topic in the champion series is risk management, and we will be covering the important topic of risk measurement, sensitivity, volatility, formula for volatility, and case studies. So it's an action-packed period for half an hour for you, and don't miss even a single minute of this. Also, I would suggest go for the full series of this champion series. We are covering all the topics of CAIIB in this, so that it becomes easier for you to clear the exams. Okay. So let's start with the topic risk measurement. What is risk measurement basically? What is risk actually? Risk means, suppose if I tell you, one logic I'll tell you. If you go on the 5th floor and you say I'll jump from that 5th floor. So is there any risk involved in it? Many of you might say yes. Type yes if you say yes. How many of you are saying that there is a risk involved if I jump from the 5th floor? Type yes if you are saying there is a risk involved. Many of you are typing yes, there is a risk involved, but I will say no, there is no risk involved. Why? Because if somebody jumps from the 5th floor, he is sure to die. So where is the risk? Risk occurs when an event will happen or not happen. There we have a problem. Then there is a risk. Okay. If somebody goes and stands in front of the train, will that person be alive? No. Risk regarding banking. If the bank goes on disbursing the loans without checking the credentials of the customers, will that bank survive? No, there is no risk involved. So risk involvement always happens when, importantly remember, this is very important topic. Okay. Because this logic should be clear to you. Risk happens when there is a probability of happening an event and non-happening of that event. Okay. For example, means last 20 years there has been no flood. So will that flood come this year? Probability is there. There is also nil probability. There is also one probability. Okay. So risk happens this way. So how to measure that risk? So we'll give you two methods over here based on sensitivity. What is sensitivity? We always say he is a sensitive person or she is a sensitive person. Means what? They immediately fluctuate their emotions up and down. Okay. Same logic is applied over here. So it can change in the market value due to 1% change in the interest rates. Okay. We had studied this part in JAIIB also. Does anyone remember the concept of modified duration? Right? Got this point? Macaulay duration, modified duration. In ABM also I taught you over here. Modified duration means what? This same logic. Modified means for 1% change in the interest rate, what is the change in the price of that bond? Same logic is applied over here. So this is based on the sensitivity. Now can you tell me another example on sensitivity? Can anyone type? Yes please. Sensitivity. Sensitivity. Any example you can type. Yes please. Yes. Some of you are now typing. Yeah. Yes. What is the example? The example is here. If tomorrow Russia attacks Ukraine more, means the attacks become more severe, then what is the chances of this stock market coming down? How sensitive it is? Okay. That is the meaning of sensitivity. The interest rate gap is the sensitivity of interest rate margin of the banking book. So interest rate gap means what? The interest rate which I receive from the loans minus the interest which I receive from the which I give to the depositors. How does the banking work basically? Interest on loans minus interest on deposits. That's our net interest income, isn't it? Minus that all salaries and working capital income expenses, right? So interest rate gap is the sensitivity of interest of rate margin of the banking book. What is banking book? See here, there are two types of books always in banking. Okay, one is banking book, second is trading book. I'll write it over here only. See here, banking book, bank book we call it. Okay, bank book, and second is trading book, trade book. Okay, what is the difference? See this. In bank book, I buy those bonds which I have to keep till the end. In bank book, I buy those bonds which I have to keep till the end. Means for CRR and SLR requirements. Okay, and other ratios, basically other requirements, statutory requirements you can call it. In trade book, I buy those bonds which I have to sell. I don't keep them up till end. So this is basically for profit. Okay, so understand this concept. Bank book is always kept, the bonds brought in the bank book are always kept till the end. The bonds brought in the trade book are always brought for selling, for earning the profits. Okay, so this is the concept of banking book. Duration is the sensitivity of investment portfolio or trading book, right? Duration means this modified duration. Okay, mod. Remember mod and Mac, right? Modified duration, and second one was what? Macaulay's duration. What was Macaulay's duration? Can anyone tell me? Please, yes. Macaulay's duration means what? Yes, type everyone. Macaulay's duration. Macaulay's duration means correct. Where the interest rate risk becomes zero of that bond, right? So study that topic again, which I have taught already. Now second is based on the volatility. It is a common statistical measure for dispersion around the average of random variables such as earnings, mark to market values, and loss due to default. Okay, volatility means what? Here, this is my mean. Okay, and how much my stock is moving like this. This is known as volatility. This top and this bottom. This is known as volatility. Okay, so it is a common statistical measure for dispersion around the average of any random variable. See, this is the average and this is around the average, whatever my movement is. Okay, now it can be anything. Earnings means if my earnings are so and so, if my earnings go on increasing so and so, what will be my dispersion? Okay, mark to market. What do you mean by this word mark to market? See here, mark to market always comes in the trading book. Okay, it never comes in the banking book. Okay, why? Because mark to market is happens means what is the market rate vis-a-vis at what rate I had bought. Suppose if you buy a land, okay, what will you always check? What is the present market rate, whether at what rate versus at what rate I had bought it. Same logic is applied over here. Okay. Okay. Now next, statistical. We'll get a formula for finding the volatility. Statistically, volatility is the square of standard deviation. So remember always, volatility equals to psi square. Psi we call this standard deviation square. Volatility will be more if time horizon is more. Always remember this. More the time, more the volatility. Now important formula over here. Instead of calculating 10-day volatility, 99% value at risk, directly analysts use 1 day 99% VAR and assume 10-day VAR equals to root of 10 into 1 day VAR. Now what do you mean by this? All this VAR? VAR means what? Value at risk. Value at risk means what? Here it's very simple. I'll explain this term, value at risk. Suppose if I give you the loan of, let's say, 100 rupees, and I take the loan. This is a loan, okay? And I take the collateral of, let's say, 60 rupees from you. Collateral means it can be any house, anything. I'll take the collateral of 60 rupees, realizable value. Okay. So what is VAR now? One sec. What is the VAR now? Collateral. One sec. Let me rub this. Yeah. Okay. What is the VAR now? Means I am taking the collateral of 60 rupees and giving you a loan of 100. So what is value at risk? Collateral. I will write it over here. Collateral. Okay. So what is the value at risk? 40 rupees. Means this much of my amount is at risk now, because 60 rupees I can definitely collect it from the collateral, right? And 40 rupees is my risk. So that is known as the VAR. Okay. So remember how to calculate this formula. This is very important formula. You will get 1 mark question or roughly 2 to 3 questions on this. Okay. And remember this risk measurement, you will always get roughly 5 to 6 marks questions at least on this topic. Okay. So root of 10 into 1 day VAR. Now this is for 10 day. If I ask you for 30 day VAR, then root of 30 into 1 day VAR. If I ask you for 1 year, then root of 365 into 1 day VR. Same logic, okay? This is exactly true when the portfolio changes on the successive days. Changes on the successive days comes in from independent, identically distributed normal distributions. Nothing for you from exam point of view, because normal distribution we have already covered in our ABM. Okay, so not a part of BFM now. So what is normal distribution? Just to give you a hint, see this. This is a bell curve, and this is known as a normal distribution. Okay. We had studied this during our ABM studies, okay? So before going ahead, we are coming up with this selection batch on June 6th. It's a crash course, fast batch, okay? Fast batch, last minute revision for your CAIIB, ABM and BFM and retail also, okay? So go for it immediately. What will we be covering? 35 plus hours of ABM, mock and e-books, last minute preparation, recorded videos, 24/7 available. Solve unlimited doubts, June and July target exam. So join ASAP as fast as. Use this code Y432, okay? How to use this code? I'll tell you at the end, okay? So now we'll go for the examples. The daily volatility of a security is 2%. How much will be the monthly volatility? What was the formula? Did I give you? Monthly equals to month. How many days in a month? Let's assume 30 days, okay? So root of 30 into daily. Right, D. I'll call this only D. So root of 30 into what is daily volatility given? 2%. Keep it in percentage only. So find the answer. So square root of 30 is what? 5.477. You'll use this black calci whichever you have to find the square root. Okay, in exam you are not allowed the scientific calci. Okay, so find the square root. 5.477. Has everyone got this answer? 5.477 of the square root. Check this. Type yes if you have got this answer. 5.477. Type yes fast. Type yes fast. Has everyone got this answer of square root of 30 as 5.477? Has everyone got this answer of 10.95% now? 2 into this. Type yes if you have got it. Yes. Now I am seeing certain yeses. Yes, 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 yes. You have got it now. Okay. So problem is so simple. 1 mark problem. Okay. Let's go for the second one. The per annum volatility is 30%. Number of trading days per annum is 250. How much will be the daily volatility? See here. Now the question is reverse. Per annum volatility is given. See here. Annum means what? 365 days. But it's given over here is trading days is 250. So working days are 250. So we'll take this 250. So what is this? Annual equals to annual, right? Per annum means annual equals to square root of what? 365 250. 250, right? Into what? Daily volatility. So what am I given? One of them is given, one of them is not given. Annual volatility is given 30. So 30 equals to square root of 250 into D. I have to find out D now. So what is D? D equals to, see this. This is what I found out D, right? So square root of 250 is what? 15.81. How did you get this 15.81? Everyone find the answer of square root of 250, because you must know this. I won't be there in the exam to help you. How to find out the square root of 250? Use the calci and tell me whether you have got this answer of 15.81. Type yes if you have got it. Fast, fast, fast. I'll give you 5 seconds. Tick tick 1, tick tick 2, tick tick 3, tick tick 4, tick tick 5. Yes, everyone is typing. You have got it, 15.81. It's a simple one, right? Square root, finding square root, but you must have a practice for that. Okay, so square root of 15.81, square root of 250, that is 15.81. Just divide 30 by 15.81 now, isn't it? Take root of 250 on this side, so you'll get it 30 upon 15.81, 1.90. That's the answer. Again, simple question, right? One liner, 1 mark. If one day value at risk of a portfolio is 50,000 with 97% confidence level, in a year, 1 year of 300 trading days, how many times the loss of the portfolio may exceed 50,000? Definite question for your exam. Definite question. Okay. Now understand the logic. See here, 97% confidence level means loss may exceed the given 50,000 level on 3 days out of 100. Now what do you mean the 97%? Percent means what? Out of 100, 97 days, my loss will be less than or equal to 50,000. That is the meaning of this sentence. Out of 100, for 97 days, my loss will be equal to less than or equal to 50,000. See, this 50,000 given, okay? But for the 3 days remaining, these 3 days remaining, my loss will be greater than 50,000. Now this is the risk. Means for 3 days I am at risk, isn't it? This will be greater than 50,000. So now within 100 days, if my loss is for 3 days, so within 300 days, how many days will be my loss? Right? That is the real question. So 3 days out of 100. If out of 100, the loss does not exceed the given level on 3 days, then in 300 days, the loss exceeds the loss exceeds out of 3 days, okay? So if out of 100, the loss exceeds the given level for 3 days, so out of 300 days, the loss will exceed for 3 into 3, because this 3 was for 100 and this 300 is what? 3 is what? 300 upon 100, right? 100. So that is the answer 3 over here. And where from this 3 came? This 3 came from here, okay? This 3. It's this is what we have found out from the calculation. 97, 100 minus 97. Got this one? Has everyone understood this problem? Type yes, because this is very important. For you, the logic should be clear. Out of 100, I'll repeat this again, okay? Because this is very important and sure question for 1 mark. What does the problem say? Within, if I take the calculation for 100 days, for 97 days, understand this, for 97 days, my loss does not go beyond 50,000. So what does it mean? For 97 days, it does not go beyond 50,000. It means for 3 days, it goes beyond 50,000 out of 100 days, isn't it? For 3 days, it goes beyond 50,000. Now, out of 100, if it goes out for 3 days, so out of 300, it will go out for what? 3 into 3, 300 upon 100, right? That's that simple. Got this point, everyone? So you must understand the concepts here. Always remember, CAIIB is easy if you understand it. If you try to learn it, it's very tough. Okay? Next, 1 day VAR of a portfolio is 50,000 with 90% confidence level. In a period of 1 year, 250 days, how many times the loss on the portfolio may not exceed 50,000? Okay? So, what is the answer? It should be may exceed, okay? Because what is given? 90% confidence level, okay? It should be may exceed, okay? So now it's easy, similar problem. Now, without looking at this, solve the problem. See, be true to yourself. Don't try to answer me, try to answer yourself. It's the same question. Don't look at this, okay? It's the same question. How many of you are able to solve this? See here, are you able to solve this using these calculations which I am doing for 100 days? In 100 days, 90 days, see this 90%. So 90 days, my risk is less than 50,000. Portfolio risk is 50,000. So less than or equal to 50,000, right? For 90 days. So for within 90 days, for 10 days it is what? Greater than 50,000, right? So what does it mean? In 100 days, now look at this part only, forget this. Look at this, forget this now. In 100, I have 10 days where my loss is beyond 50,000. So what is given, what is asked? In a period of 1 year, 250 days. So in 100, if it is 10, so 250 days it will be what? 250 into 10 upon 100. See this. I'll write it over here. 250 into 10 upon 100. Okay, so 0 is gone. Answer is 25, right? So for 25 days, my portfolio is at risk. For 25 days, my portfolio is at risk. Okay, risk means this will go beyond 50,000. The VAR will go beyond 50,000. Okay, got this point? So these were the 4 case studies to be taken and sure questions in the exam for today's lecture. Okay, so now I'll again tell you how to go get the discount which I have told you about this class which is coming up June 6th, selection batch, crash course, all this 35 plus hours of ABM BFA mock ebooks, last minute preparation, recorded. What is the use of these recorded videos? If you are not able to attend the classes, you can get these recorded videos at any time. So how to use this code? Which is this code? Y432. How to use this code? Let's see that, because that is very important. That's a discount coupon for you. Okay, go to Adda 24/7. Say this. Okay, yeah. Go to Adda 24/7. On this, see this. Go to Adda 24/7. On Adda 24/7, you'll see all this. See this on the front page itself. Banking and insurance, JAIIB, CAIIB, SSC. If you go for the app, always I would suggest go for the app, because what happens in the app, you get 1% more discount using those coins. Okay, on website you don't get those coins. Okay, so go for this. Click on the JAIIB, CAIIB Mahapack, JAIIB, CAIIB. Click on the CAIIB. Now we got all this CAIIB batches. See these batches, go for this selection batch. Okay, go on for the selection batch. You'll see all the details of this selection batch. Just now what I have told you, all these 35 plus hours of ABM BFM, you can read this. Okay, now look at the cost, 13,299. You'll say the cost is too much, but view the offers. And what is the code I told you? Y432. This is the code. Apply this code. Now once you apply, see the fees has come down from 13,299 to 3,058. From 13,300 roughly to 3,058. 3,058 for your career. Now if you earn that increment of CAIIB, you will roughly get, if you are at a clerical level, you will earn roughly 2 increments, right? And if you are at officer, you will earn single increment. Both the increments come out to roughly 1300 plus or minus 100 rupees here and there. Okay, so even if I consider the average of 1300, so 1300 into 3 is 39. So within 3 months you recover all the funds whatever you have invested. So remember, this is an investment for lifetime. Go for it as fast as possible. So see you tomorrow with another lecture, another topic, and also see you in the live classes. Bye.